It's true, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Gunner Stockton is problematic.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, your number one place, number one network of podcasts to get all of your news and information. This is Locked On Bulldogs. He's Clint. I am Daniel. Today's episode brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Visit them at omahasteaks.com. More on them in a moment. Clint, it is, what day is it? No one knows. It doesn't matter. The SEC championship game is coming up.
Tuesday, Daniel.
Tuesday has no feel. The SEC championship game is coming up, and Georgia's in it because they're playing it. And so I don't know if that's something that you needed to be refreshed on, but they are the premier program in the SEC. They are the defending SEC champions. And so who would possibly think they weren't going to make this game and book a trip to New York City this weekend? Only an idiot.
Some of us are dumber than a bag of rocks.
Only an idiot would do such a thing, but here we are. So, Clint, today we're going to talk real and fake. We teased this at the end of the last show. And so I'm going to kick it to you first. I'm going to repeat the exact same verbiage that you gave to me.
That's what I'm.
Gunner Stockton. This is the storyline. Gunner Stockton is problematic for the University of Georgia. Is that real or is that fake?
Here's what we've seen so far this year. And I'm not trying to just be reactionary to this week. I'm going to say the whole entire season, we've seen Georgia just recently put together a couple of complete games on the field on one time. Okay. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, the running attack has led us. The passing attack has led us. The defense as of late has carried us, which is a refreshing thing to see. Yep. Early in the season, Gunner Stockton, I can think about at Tennessee. Those throws that he made against Tennessee, my word, just incredible. Turns out, Diego Pavia is pretty dang good, but Tennessee's defense is not what it was. You can have a really good offense or a really good defense in Tennessee. You can't have both, which is why Heupel is not the guy you think he is and will never win you a championship, Tennessee.
Yikes.
But please keep him. Billy Napier Jr. and also the Heupel disciple that is now at Auburn. I'm so happy.
No.
Wishes from the Heupel tree. That makes me excited. Okay, I digress. We've seen Gunner Stockton carry. We've seen Nate Frazier and Chauncey Bowens carry this team in entirety.
Who's that?
Chauncey Bowens, the
he used to play for Georgia. The guy that used to play for Georgia? Okay. All right. We'll get to him later in the week.
We haven't seen anywhere near healthy enough to touch a football. Again, when Kirby Smart says he could have gone if we needed him, that means his leg is about to fall off.
Yeah.
Like
that means he put on pads like a kid puts on a Halloween costume. Like,
do you remember when, again, Carson Beck came in with a shoulder that
was
with one arm? That's what Kirby means when if we needed him, he could have gone. Yep. That's what he means.
That is 100% accurate.
Okay.
I still think about what if Etienne had been stopped on that play?
Oh my gosh.
What would have happened? Like, it was first down.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure we had another 2 plays in us. Like, I don't know what would have happened if he had been stopped on that play.
No. Texas.
Anyway.
Okay. So we've seen that. And we see Gunner Stockton. We saw the defense carry us last couple of games in an incredible way. Here's where I say that that Gunner Stockton is in fact problematic for Georgia. And it's a very specific type. And I said so last week, when you mask safety coverage in your deep zone and Gunner does not have a simple one man, when he has outside wide receivers, back shoulder throw or over the top throws, he can hit those very well. When Mike Bobo is carving up defenses and executing the plays, it's there. He does have the layered approach, but when it's a true and honest 5-step, 7-step drop back, and he's not trying to use his athleticism and run. He's not in rhythm, right? When he has to try to manufacture that rhythm and go back to it, that's where he's problematic. If he's in rhythm, the offense is thumping, the offense is going, and it's mix and match, then yes, Gunnar is fine, and he can read and process just fine. When he is out of sorts, it goes off the rails in a hurry for him, and that's where he's a problem. Now, I think I saw Alabama tied to this week. Alabama do that.
Was the Alabama portion of the podcast? I'll sit up a little straighter for this, Alabama fans. Lean in. What do you have? What was that, Clint?
Against Auburn.
Be
able to do that on the regular. There was a lot of 5-yard, 6-yard checkdowns that weren't caught because anytime there was a comeback route of 5 yards, it was just batted down like it was a Hail Mary from.
Like it was a punt that Auburn was trying to field.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, not only did he not catch the punt, I'm sorry. We can't get off the Iron Bowl, but not only did he not catch the punt, but then the Alabama player, instead of ending the game by just holding on the ball, he literally takes a volleyball spike at this ball and hits it out of bounds and gives Auburn possession. The game would have been over. Also, if the Auburn player fields the punt on the fair catch, they get 2 more plays. They're at midfield, and they get 2 more plays.
Auburn, you're an embarrassment.
Neither of these teams deserve to win this game.
No, they don't.
No.
That's what I mean when I say Gunnar Stockton is problematic. Daniel, did I say anything out of bounds?
Yeah. Here's the problem is somebody's going to read the title of this and listen to the first few minutes of this. And like, I would say go back and listen to everything we've said about Gunnar. It's all recorded. We have it on, but no one's going to do that. Let me save you the time. No one has defended Gunnar, has praised Gunnar Stockton more than we have because he's been sensational.
He's been
this
incredible.
Year.
Yes.
He has been sensational. And so when we come back, I'm going to tell you why. No, Gunnar Stockton is not problematic. But one thing about him is a real problem for the Georgia football team. Just one thing about him is a huge problem. But overall, no, not problematic at all. We'll talk about that and what I mean by that more right after these.
But these are, in fact, Omaha steaks.
I'm getting hungry.
We are hungry. And guess what really helps that hunger? A fantastic filet mignon, tomahawk, porterhouse, whatever you can get from Omaha Steaks. It's great. They deliver handcrafted perfection right to your door. And right now there's a cyber sale. It's here. Deals are huge. Quality is exactly what you hope for. Incredibly tender steaks, rich flavor, and meals that make hosting or weeknight cooking easier. Big unforgettable gifts are at Omaha Steaks. OmahaSteaks.com, 50% off site-wide, extra 20% off select favorites during the cyber sale, an additional $35 off when you use promo code college at checkout. OmahaSteaks.com, promo code college, terms apply. See site for details. You gave a whole, there was some asterisks and there were some caveats, and so there was a little defined definition of words and whatnot.
It's like a Barry Bonds home run record, me trying to make this explanation. I will say definitively no. Gunnar Stockton is one of the best players on Georgia's football team. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. Okay. I wouldn't trade him for Ty Simpson. Nope. I wouldn't trade him for any other quarterback in the college football playoff, period. No, I would not take Mendoza over Gunnar Stockton to lead this football team.
No thanks.
Period. I would not trade him. Gunnar Stockton struggles to see the whole field on certain throws. And we've seen it so many times. I mean,
2 weeks in a row, by the way, we've seen this.
Not just 2 weeks in a row. Gunnar Stockton, I believe, this is an unofficial stat because no one's keeping this. And to be fair, I've watched a lot more minutes of Georgia football than I have minutes of any other team's football this year, mercifully. But Gunnar Stockton has to lead the country in dropped interceptions. Like, It's multiple times. You were talking about the Alabama defenders and how many picks they should have had in this game. It's multiple times Gunnar Stockton has hit a defender in the chest this year, and he's not come down with the interception. So some of these stats are a little bit skewed because he made the throw that should have been picked off, and it just was dropped. It wasn't picked off. But that throw is still on him. We've seen it many times this season. 5, 6, 7 times this season. We've seen him make these blatant turnover type throws.
Correct.
And he's gotten punished for it the last few weeks. Defenders have caught the ball, but almost all of them, Clint, have been just a complete and total failure to see the defender that is there. Like sometimes you get an interception because a wide receiver runs the wrong route. Sometimes you get an interception because a quarterback trusts his arm too much and he thinks he can fit it into a window that he can't really fit it into. Sure. Sometimes you get an interception on a tip ball at the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of different ways to throw a pick. But the way Gunnar Stockton throws is he doesn't throw it near a defender. Like there's a receiver breaking behind a defender, and Gunnar Stockton throws it straight as if the defender is made of a gaseous substance. Like it just is not present at all. That's what we saw on Saturday. Lawson Lucky's running a route, and I mean the defender he's just standing.
He's in the middle of the logo
there. That's where Gunnar Stockton, and the reason it's problematic is because of all the things that you could struggle with as a quarterback, that one hurts you the most. Even if he struggled to assess the pass rush and he stood in the pocket too long,
sure.
Looking at you, Carson Beck, even if he did that, that's bad because a sack is a drive killer. It's one of the worst plays that you can have in college football. One of the only plays that you can have worse than a sack is a turnover.
Correct.
And so it hurts the most when he makes the one mistake that he has been prone to make this year. He makes great decisions in the read option game. He runs the ball well. He throws the deep ball well. He throws the intermediate ball well. He assesses the defense pre-snap really well at an elite level. He runs the RPO insanely well. All of these things he does exceptionally well. But as you said, when he's standing in the pocket, he will lock in on a receiver and he will just completely miss defenders.
And it's not even when he's pressured either. It's not. There's
no. It's usually not when he's pressured.
It's usually when
he throws better under pressure.
Again, when he's in rhythm, and people have joked about this. People talk about stop diving. I don't put a lot of credence to this. However, I may start doing it. It's like that old adage: he needs to be hit once or twice to really get the juices flowing before he's in the game. That's what he almost feels like as he's diving for these. And once he gets hit, he's now in rhythm. He's now got it flowing.
Tell him to take his helmet off. Let Oscar Dell punch him in the face during the coin toss, and then let's get this thing going.
And then can we stop? Can we stop the nonsense?
Can we quit it with this nonsense?
Oh, jeez.
I'm just joking. If Oscar Dell punched you in the face, you would be out cold. Like that's it.
That's a large human.
Ring the bell. That's finished. Clint.
Yeah.
We mentioned him earlier. Real or fake?
Okay.
Georgia has a Chauncey Bowens problem.
Okay. It pains me to say this.
Not as much as it pains us to hear it.
I don't think Chauncey Bowens plays this week, guys. And the reason why I say that.
To clarify, just in case there's people out there going, but Clint didn't answer the question. That means it's a huge problem for Georgia. That equates to big problem.
When I am evading answers.
Yeah. I'm just trying for the listener. Sometimes things can get lost over
my emotional well-being is so fragile that I can't. Guys, it's a big problem. It's a big problem, and here's why. McCray has been great. I really appreciate him, and Frazier has come on.
He's been fine, Clint. Frazier's been elite. Josh McCray has been fine.
Great. I have no problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Chauncey Bowens
Mm-hmm.
was on an elite status ahead of Nate Frazier. Okay. So if I were to tell you that the running backs we have going for this offense, one is elite, and you're thinking, great, wow, but what if I were to tell you that there was another one ahead of him who was doing better, more Taco Bell explosive runs, more in between the tackles, more in every category possible, who's not going to be going? Is 2 better than 1, Daniel?
I'm so annoyed. I'm just so annoyed that this is true. Not your analysis is obviously correct. Whether or not he plays, I'm not saying you're dead on correct about that. I mean, you're speculating. We're speculating. We don't know.
No one knows, by the way.
Well, the insiders do. I saw a paywall that I was thinking about clicking, Clint, because they have sources. And stop me here, because I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. The word sources was written in all caps, so I'm pretty sure they're reliable. I was gonna go ahead and give them my $2.99 a month. Seems like a small price to pay for a juicy bit of information like that.
Give me your $3 and I'll
nobody knows.
No one knows.
Nobody knows, but it just does not seem like this seems like one of these nagging injuries that's just not going to let go of him. And could he have gone? Yes. Do you want here's the thing, a hobbled Chauncey Bowens is not better than Josh McCray.
Nope.
He's not. So like, this is not like Nick Chubb back here, where like you would take one-legged Nick Chubb over any running back in college football.
I think he's played most of his career with one leg and been pummeling fools.
Correct.
Okay,
so
great.
That's not who we're dealing with. So no, a hobbled Chauncey Bowens is not good. He's not as good as the backs that Georgia has.
No.
The reason I don't like it is this, Clint. Yes, McCray does some fine things, but I feel like what happens, you had this two-headed monster. And now, Clint, when I ask you who's the second best running back on this Georgia roster, if Chauncey Bowens is out, the answer is clear. It's Cash Jones. Like that is definitively true.
There are so many people yelling at work on their own with headphones, standing up and yelling at you right now.
It's definitively true. Without Chauncey Bowens, the second best back, all things considered, is Cash Jones. But Cash Jones can't run the ball.
Nope.
Like, that's not what he does. He picks up the blitz. He is an elite receiver out of the backfield. He's very good. He does a lot of great things for Georgia. The problem is when he's in the game, it telegraphs that it's a passing down. And so if you want to give Nate Frazier a spell, and you don't want to telegraph that you're in a passing down, then you can't go to your second best back.
No, you can't.
You have to bring in your third best back.
Because McCray is okay. I mean, great.
He's not. Yeah, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him.
Is he's not going to pick up the blitz the same way. He's not going to pass pro. He's not going to have the same hands. He's not going to have the same screen game that the rest of the guys do.
There's no... What's a fast food restaurant that just hits you right in the mouth? There's no Taco Bell about him, is what I'm trying to say. There's just no Taco Bell to Josh McCray. He's like punch you straight in the throat and fall forward for 3 yards. Like, that's his game. And he's very good at it.
Yes.
The problem is now Georgia only has one back that's capable of these explosive runs, and it's Nate Frazier, who thankfully is playing at an elite level.
Yes.
But I'd like to have two healthy, great backs.
That's the issue that I want.
Yeah, opposed to Alabama's 0 healthy, great backs.
By the way, the same things that are said of Chiron in the backfield of the defense when Kirby talks about injury is the same exact way he's talking about Chauncey Bowens. And we haven't seen Chiron in over half the season.
Oh, Kyron Jones played last week, I think. I think he got some snaps last week.
Did he get some snaps?
I think he got a few snaps. It wasn't a ton of snaps, but he did get a few snaps.
It was a few snaps. But the same that same conversation that was happening.
Yeah. You're exactly right. No, we got more that we're going to jump into. Clint's going to give me a storyline. I will decide if it's real or fake. But first,
these are Game Time. Game Time's fantastic. You need to go over there right now because if you want tickets into the SEC championship game, Game Time is where it's at. Don't worry about the cost once you get into checkout, once you're at the final finish line, and once that 5-minute window is counting down, and all of a sudden, boom, you get hit with extra fees. Game Time's not doing that to you. We promise we use them today. We love them. What view from your seat so you're not sabotaged and not thinking it's something else. And when you get there, like, oh no, I got something in front of me and it's a horrible view. No. Game Time doesn't do that either. They give you exactly what you need. Head over to Game Time right now. Use promo code LOCKEDONCollege, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download the app, make an account, use promo code LOCKEDONCollege, $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time. We talked about Chauncey Bowen's injury news, the running back. We talked about Gunnar Stockton.
Yep.
Daniel,
yes,
real or fake?
Okay.
Georgia's defense could carry this team in the SEC championship while the offense played mediocre.
That's real. I thought you were going to say carry this team to a national championship, and I was going to say fake.
No,
that is definitively fake.
No, I was thinking about that, but I cannot. I couldn't even justify that because, again, we're making statements that the other person thinks is just, and I have to believe it.
Georgia's offense needs to be very good for Georgia to win a national championship. Very good, because Georgia's going to go up against some good offenses.
Yes,
in the playoff.
Yeah.
Offenses that have their head coach and offensive coordinator. I'll say that. Those would be some of the criteria that I would list for having a really good offense in the college football playoff. Not being a general poverty program.
Anyway, Ole Miss is never going to recover from this. Like I tried. If you keep talking about it, the more you talk about it, the more you bang on how awful Lane is, the more you're projecting your toxicity, and you will never recover from this.
Can we circle back to they're never going to recover from, and then the thing that they're never going to recover from is losing a pretty good coach? Like they didn't lose Nick Saban. They didn't lose Nick Saban. They didn't lose Pete Carroll. They didn't lose Kirby Smart. They didn't even lose Dabo Swinney.
SEC, the only championship that Ole Miss can claim is you got the best transfer recruiting class last year. That's it.
Okay. Ole Miss poverty. Georgia's defense, though, can carry them to an SEC championship win if the offense plays mediocre. There is a scenario where this game ends 13-10. That absolutely is a scenario. Now, let me go on record. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Why? Because it's Georgia, Alabama. Because it's Kalen DeBoer against Kirby Smart. I will not be lured into a mind game that you try to play with me where you talk about bye weeks and record and whatever. Kalen DeBoer scripts circles around Kirby Smart. Period. So I don't think that's what's going to happen. But there is a scenario based on the way Alabama's been playing. Alabama fan, you can't look me in the eye and tell me that you're definitively sure your team's going to score more than 10 points. Alabama just hasn't been good offensively, like at all in the second half of the season. And so, yes, Alabama technically has talented players on offense.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a scenario in which this Georgia defense plays really well and gives up 13 points, and Georgia wins the game with an average offensive performance.
Daniel, Georgia, notably, last 11 games.
Okay.
This will be the 11th of it, but we've won one game since 2008 against Alabama.
Yeah, I remember it. It wasn't, the stakes were low.
It's a great game. Of those games,
Alabama's won one national championship against Kirby Smart. in the history of their program. And Kirby Smart's won one national championship against Alabama. So you are correct about that. That's correct.
Of those, since 08,
Mm-hmm.
the lowest score that Alabama has given,
Yeah.
lowest score is this year 24. Outside of that, here it is 41, 32, 38, 26, 35, 41, 41. Oh, I'm sorry, 18 and 22. My apologies. 22, the national championship game, 18. But outside of that, 24, Alabama 27, 41, 24. I wasn't counting because it was in the loss column of all the wins that Alabama has. And so what you're saying is that it could be this SEC championship game this week, Georgia can hold Alabama to the lowest point total they've had in the last 10 years.
They could. They won't. They will not, but they could.
They could.
They could. I still think Georgia's offense is going to need to score. I mean, I don't think that, like, I would feel comfortable saying Georgia absolutely could hold Alabama to 21 points in this game. Absolutely could. I mean, would you call scoring 28 points mediocre? Like a mediocre offensive performance? I guess there's a way in which Georgia could score 28 points and perform mediocrely on offense. So, yeah. So I guess this is technically true. I do not think that's the way the game's going to play out. I do think Georgia's offense is going to need to come to play because this is Georgia, Alabama. Whatever you think you saw in the Iron Bowl, Georgia fans, whatever you think you saw.
Yep.
It's gone. It's dead. It's over. This game isn't that game. They won't play like that against us. Period.
Daniel.
Fool me 10 times. Shame on everyone.
I'm just going to look. I'm a simple person.
Go on, simpleton.
I'm going to give 3 examples, this game included, of where I think of the last time that we have played Alabama.
Okay.
This is true.
Okay.
Last year, we had the most fraudulent quarterback who, in spite of him, we made a game out of it.
We did.
This year, we had a defense that was nowhere near where we are now today.
Not even close.
Not in the same hemisphere.
Mm-hmm. Shut him out in the second half. The way that Kirby Smart talks about this game, the way that Kirby Smart's talked about this defense, the way that Kirby Smart has progressed this team, the arrows are pointing in different directions. I 100% agree with that.
I am going on record. Alabama will not score more than 20 points this week in the SEC championship game. Will not score more than 20 points. It's not happening. Guys, they may get a couple. It may happen. Not more than 20. This is a different defense. This is a different Kirby. This is SEC champion. This is Kirby wants to be here.
He does. He's the only one of us.
He's the only one
that wants to be here. But
I don't want to be here.
Clint's going on record. Alabama will not score more than 20 points in the SEC championship game. I'm going on record that Luke Robinson could never pull this off. All of us are going on record as saying that Georgia and Alabama is the SEC championship game that we all deserve. We'll be back tomorrow and every day for the remainder of the week, talking about this game, breaking it down, and excited to get closer and closer to conference championship week and then the college football playoff. There's a lot more football to go for the University of Georgia, and this is the place to find it each and every day. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.